So, my uncle called me last week asking for advice on his second car purchase, and that got me diving deep into American car brand ownership costs. What I found totally flipped everything I thought I knew. The most affordable brands cost nearly 3 times less than luxury alternatives, and the results are going to shock you. Cadillac hits you with an average price of nearly $80,000, but that's just the beginning. When you factor in maintenance, repairs, and depreciation over 5 years, we're talking about some seriously painful numbers. Land Rover pushes over the 100K mark with their luxury SUVs, and the ownership costs are absolutely brutal with frequent reliability complaints. I'm talking about a brand where you literally need to budget for constant maintenance on top of that insane purchase price. My uncle would have been bankrupt within 2 years. And then there's the real shocker that made me do a double take. Jaguar only sold 1,159 units in the entire United States last year because luxury car buyers are literally turning their backs on the brand. Think about that. When even wealthy buyers who can afford luxury are avoiding your cars, you know the ownership experience is a disaster. But the absolute worst part? Brands like Maserati come with higher maintenance costs and limited dealer networks, which means when something breaks, and it will break, you're stuck paying premium prices at the few places that can actually fix your car. It's like being trapped in an expensive nightmare where every repair bill feels like a mortgage payment. The gap between these luxury disasters and affordable American brands is absolutely staggering. The spread between the lowest and highest priced brands has widened 15% since 2023. And when you add in the real world ownership costs, we're looking at differences that could literally buy you a second car. That's the kind of gap that makes you question why anyone would choose these brands at all. After seeing those brutal luxury ownership costs, I'm curious, would you still pick a Cadillac or Jaguar knowing the real financial hit, or would you go with something more practical? Comment your answer below. Now, let me show you which American brands actually deliver the best value for your money. Mitsubishi hits the sweet spot at just $32,480 average price, with Nissan at $34,356 and Buick at $34,567, rounding out the top three most affordable American available brands. But here's where it gets crazy. Subaru has the overall lowest cost of ownership according to CarEdge analysis, meaning when you factor in maintenance, repairs, and depreciation, they're crushing the competition. And Toyota? They're dominating everything. Toyota is the safest bet for high reliability and low depreciation, ranking number one for resale value over 3-year, 5-year, and 7-year periods. Plus, Consumer Reports ranked it number one for predicted new car reliability. We're talking about a brand that literally wins at every single metric that matters for long-term ownership costs. But the real shocker that made me call my uncle immediately: while the average new vehicle will be worth about 44.7% of its original sticker price after 5 years, the top value brands return an average of 56.2%. That's a difference of more than $4,000 on a $35,000 vehicle. Think about that. Choosing the right American brand could literally put $4,000 back in your pocket when you sell. Honda notched 2 wins in the 2026 Best Cars for the Money Awards, and when I told my uncle about Honda's combination of reliability and resale value, he was stunned. These aren't just cheaper cars, they're smarter investments that save you thousands over the ownership cycle. So here's what I'm telling my uncle to buy: Toyota or Honda. The gap between smart buying and luxury disasters isn't just about monthly payments anymore, it's about whether you're building wealth or burning it. Subscribe for more car ownership truth bombs and check this one next: foreign versus American brands head to head.